Guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is the last day of January, but I wanted to go ahead and start this vlog because I got something exciting in the mail, and it is kind of lining up with my goals for this year. That was very satisfying, by the way. So there weren't a whole lot of options and colors, and so I ended up with baby pink. But one of my goals this year is to actually begin annotating some of my books. Now, I do want to do a reread of Nevernight, which is right up here, and they are annotated by J. Kristoff. So this is not a new thing that I've been wanting to do. I actually have books that'll be circulating through my patrons that we will be annotating. But look at this. I got a whole kit of annotating supplies, and I'm very excited. So we have got all kinds of little tabs, sticky notes, great things to help me annotate that way. And then this baggie should be like my highlighters, my pens, yeah, so here we go. Like, here are the highlighters, and then these are specifically to write onto the glossy Post-its that come with it. And then my mechanical pencils. Like, it's all very, very cute. I don't usually do cutesy, but I was like, I could go a little cutesy for this because it's something that mostly I will see. And it's got it set up where I can put, everything has their own slot in the bag. I'm so excited, and I'm ready to start annotating. I do know which book I will be annotating first, and that is King of Wrath, I believe. I'll put a picture of it. King of Pride, something. I don't know. One of the books that my friends wanted me to read and pass on. Oh, no. I take that back. I changed it. So it is going to be Spark of the Everflame. That is the first book in a romantasy series that I'm very excited to get to, and so are the rest of my friends. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a reading update for you just yet because you will see that I just posted the ending of my vlog. Like, you'll notice I'm wearing the same outfit. I have my makeup and my hair done. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that I got some annotating supplies. I'm back, and I have annotated a book. Are you guys proud of me? Are you proud of me? I'm so freaking excited that I actually finally did it. The book was Crossroads. I told you guys I had randomly picked this up as like a short book to just read as I was sitting with my family. And I've never annotated a book before, but I decided to do it with this one because this one is a gift, so I'm not likely to get rid of it. I really enjoyed it. It was so good. I knew a lot of people had really loved this story. I was not expecting for it to hit home as much as it did. These stories about motherhood, guys, they get me. They get me now that I am a mom and have been for quite some time now. But like, going to these kinds of horror, it just hits so much harder than it would have not being a mom. And so I get why some people don't like it, but I also understand that, you know, this is really impactful for a lot of people. But basically, it's how far would a mom go to do what they needed to do for their child and bring back someone that they love. So I don't want to say too much because it is short, but I gave this 4 stars. Really, really enjoyed it. Now, I am still listening to my ALC of Daughter of Chaos, and I'm still really enjoying it. It's starting to read like a love story to Percy Jackson. Like, it seems very familiar in that aspect. I'm not hating it though. I'm not mad about it. There are some that I've read recently that I've been like, oh, this just sounds like a repeat of things I've read before. But this one is it's fun, it's enjoyable. So I'm just not mad. And I'm currently, not to give spoilers, but we know what we're dealing with here, where they're with the Lotus Eaters, and so I'm very intrigued to figure out how that pans out. And then I need to move on to my daunting, yes, daunting February TBR. I'm very excited, very, very excited for a lot of these books, especially Lightfall, The Reformatory, Silver Blood Promise. Those are ones I've been just dying to read anyway. And I just keep looking at that stack going, oh, that's intimidating. That's intimidating. And then I know there are 2 more there. I do need to read The Haunting of Hill House, though, because that is my Discord. We're all buddy reading that right now. Or they are. I haven't started it yet. So I'll probably do that so that I can join in on the conversation, which still does not help me with my game. But yeah, I'm a little nervous to see how this goes. I did just film a wrap up that I hope you guys enjoy, because I know you're going to see that a lot sooner than you see this. But I don't know. I'm excited for what February is going to bring me this year. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Okay guys, let's chat. I'm outside. Hopefully my bells are not too loud. I am really enjoying Daughters of Chaos. I think it is probably one of my new favorites of the Greek retellings. I'm probably going to give it about 4 stars, basically because, again, I think I'm reading things that are a little too familiar. I talked about this when I talked about the Goddess of Nothing at All. And yeah, I mean, I like it, but again, a little too familiar. I think my brain just is ready to latch on to something original. And that's kind of where my fault. It's my bad. It's not anything that's wrong with the books. And so, yeah, I mean, 'tis what it is at this moment. I'm also having a really hard time trying to decide what to read, because I have Viola's Things from the library. I need to start The Haunting of Hill House because that's what my Discord people are reading. I need to read Onyx Storm, and one of my friends is like chatting with me on the Discord about Onyx Storm, and I haven't caught up and kind of soft DNF'd it there for a little while. And now Book of the Month has shown up. So I now have Rebel Witch and Silent Storm, including 2 other books that I'm very, very excited to read and get to. So currently I am just sitting outside with my dog because I don't know what to do. I'm still very excited about all of these reads. So that's kind of where my problem is coming from, is I want to read everything. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, Daughters of Chaos is really good. So now that I'm finished with that, I can read something else, but I don't know what to pick up. I likely Viola's Things because it is the one that I have from Libby, and if I don't read it soon, my hold will disappear. I don't go to the next in line. I don't just get bumped a little bit. My library puts you back at the end of the line. So yeah, that's where I stand with that. So I've read Daughters of Chaos and Crossroads so far, and we will see what I can get to before the end of the week. Okay, I am back. I have not showered or done much of anything. I'm in my bedroom, just kind of chilling. So excuse the greasy hair. I know what's happening. I talked to you guys about finishing up Daughter of Chaos, and I really enjoyed that one. It was a fun, just Greek story, very reminiscent of Percy Jackson, a more adult version, better writing, things like that. And I really enjoyed it. I did start Viola's Things. Thank God I am finally starting on my February TBR. The game was so incredibly mean. But Viola's Things is a book I have been looking forward to for quite some time. I am horrible about finishing series, and this is a duology, so it is kind of pushing me to go ahead and finish a series, but it's also kind of Like, this is just a book that I have been anticipating for quite some time. I still am very eager to get to some of the books that I have been getting from Aardvark Book of the Month. You guys will be seeing a book haul, which is going to be ridiculous. I don't know why I spent so much money, which I didn't really spend a lot of money. A lot of them I got to buy, sell, trade, but I don't know why I bought so many books knowing that I have this huge TBR I'm trying to tackle at the moment. They were all books that I had been looking forward to getting to, so I wanted to have them on my shelves. And I did make my TBR for Jante's Inferno as well. So, I mean, that is not the point that I'm trying to make here. Vilest Things. The political intrigue in this second book is so juicy. I'm loving it so much. I am a political intrigue girly. I look for that. That is a huge buzzword for me. And as you guys know, buzzwords are the theme of the year for 2025. So I am pretty excited to finish this up, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And I really love that Chloe Gong is great at taking this incredibly weird premise, these incredibly weird scenarios, and writing them in a way that just, I eat it up all the time. Now, there is one of hers that I didn't quite like the way she chose to write the story. And I can't even remember, I think it's Foul Lady Fortune. I wasn't a big fan of the way she chose to write that story. But Chloe Gong seems to be very experimental with the way she writes. She seems to be very experimental with the way she uses magic systems. And it's so good. I eat it up every time. I still love These Violent Delights. I still love that series. And I'm looking forward to finishing this up, like I said, because the political intrigue is so good in the second book. And I am loving it, loving it, loving it. Oh, I do need to say one thing. I had mentioned to a few people that romance is a big part of this story, but in the second book, that doesn't seem to be the case. But that is because of what happens at the end of book one, and so I don't want to spoil anything. I'm loving it so far. I'm really, really looking forward to finishing it because I will have a finished series already in February. That would be great. And I'm not going to spoil my Jante's Inferno TBR. I'm going to kind of try and do that organically because even though I have books written down what I want to read for that, I am at heart still a mood reader. We've gone over this because even though I set these TBRs, I try my best to have my game pick only 5 books. That's how I started with 5 draws. It has not worked out that way so far, and I might change up my punishments. If I pull a pawn from home, I might just give myself the leeway to call that a free draw. No book needs to be picked for that because man, did that kill me in this last game. All right, I have talked for long enough and I have been watching YouTube most of the morning, watching some booktube, catching up with some of my favorite booktubers, and I need to get to reading. We have our first 5-star. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I didn't even show you guys this. So here is all of the lovely, lovely art. I love it so much. I kind of always forget that these are a little bit urban. They're definitely fantasy though, and definitely high fantasy as they are not set in our world, but cell phones exist, things like that, and I forget about that. But the political intrigue in here is delectable. I loved it. One thing, Chloe Gong is known for writing duologies, so I assumed this was a duology. It is not. That does mean I'm going to have to track down another Fairy Loot version of this book. Either that or this series, the next book. I absolutely love this. So good. And it jumped off right from where our first book ended and took off from there. So incredibly good. I can't really even talk about this because of what happens at the end of the first book would be complete spoilers for what happens in this book. But 5 stars. I
thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, that is going to be the end of this vlog. I have read quite a bit and I'm very excited about it. I've also got about 60-ish% through the Starlit Air. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not really sure why it's got so many DNFs and low ratings, other than our main character needs to get some. Like, she is wandering around this whole place, fiending. And so I have the ALC of that, so I'm trying to get that knocked out. But today is the start of Jante's Inferno, so I will be starting The Haunting of Hill House, which I'm very excited for because a lot of the people on my Discord are reading it or have read it, and I've been meaning to pick it up, but that I did want to start Jante's Inferno with The Haunting of Hill House because I have to betray my physical TBR, and it's the one that I have on audio. I borrowed it from the library. But I am very, very pumped. Now, with Jante's Inferno, I do have to break away from the TBR that we created with my game. I had a feeling that was going to happen because even though there are quite a few of those I'm going to be able to fit onto Jante's Inferno, there are going to be some that I can't. And then I got an ALC for Victorian Psycho. So I am probably going to have to read that during the readathon, or listen to that during the readathon. But I'm still very excited, and I have two that I'm considering just removing from the TBR, and it is the two that scare me, which would be The Darkness That Comes Before and Revelation Space. But if I can get to them, I still want to. Like, towards the end of the month, that would make me really happy to just get them off of my shelves. And I'm not saying that I won't like them, but like off of my TBR shelves. So let's see, what did we read in this vlog? Let's see if I can remember. Obviously, Vilest Things, 5 stars. Crossroads, I annotated, so that's going to be a 4-star. I had the ALC of Daughter of Chaos. That was 4 stars. Really loved that. Yeah, some good reading to start off this month. I'm very, very excited. And I do think that I will purchase a physical copy of Daughter of Chaos, I think. I'm pretty sure. Possibly. But I don't know when I will purchase it because I have a lot of books that I'm going to be hauling for you guys very soon. I'm still waiting on my aardvark to get here, but yeah, that's my wrap up for this week. Like I said, I'm very excited about what I have read, what I will be reading. I'm excited about the readathon. I'm having a good time. It's very exciting to be excited about books again, and I'm sure it's exciting for you guys that I'm excited about books again. But I just, yeah, I'm just very, very pumped with how 2025 is starting. All right, that wraps up the week for me. Hope you guys have had a great reading week yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.